Hi, on this video we're going to be taking a look at the distance from Sherwood Forest Campground in Wisconsin Dells to downtown Wisconsin Dells, what you would see along the way, what else is in the area of Sherwood Forest Campground, and we'll take a bigger picture look at the whole of the Wisconsin Dells to see where Sherwood Forest is located in proximity to everything else. Let's start by getting me out of the way, and I'll let you know this video came in as a question on another channel that I have called Destination Twin Cities. On that channel I've got a video posted where I take a walking tour of downtown Wisconsin Dells, kind of these several blocks of downtown right here. And Jeannie, a viewer of that video, asked, she noticed on the Sherwood Forest Campground website that they say the proximity to downtown is only 3.5 blocks, and she wanted to make sure that if she stayed at that campground and went to downtown that it really is 3.5 blocks, and she knew that it actually was the real downtown. And Jeannie, I can tell you, yes, that it is. And as we're looking at this page, here is, on the top left of the screen, this is the Sherwood Forest Campground. And as we already saw, here's downtown Wisconsin Dells. And from here, past Pirates Cove Adventure Golf, across the bridge. The quick answer to your question is yes, that's about 3.5 blocks. It's about a 10-minute walk. So we will get kind of further into the details and see what else is in the area and what you're going to find along the way. Before we do that, I just want to mention Sherwood Forest is one of my favorite campgrounds in the Wisconsin Dells. We've stayed there several times. One of the reasons we've done that is because it is so close to downtown. We've got an old 20-foot RV that we drive, and the older it gets, the less we actually like to drive it, especially into crowded places like downtown. So we'll park it there and we'll ride our bikes into downtown, or we'll walk. And so we've stayed there several times, gotten to know the owners, Brad and Becky, and I can tell you it's a great campground, family run. And one of the things that I wish they would do better when it comes to their website and their advertising, here we are on their website, they got a lot of pictures, they get a great splash pad and a pool, but they've really got great amenities at this campground that they don't necessarily show on their website. So I've pulled up a view, a 360 view from Google Maps, and one of the things that I love about this campsite is even though it's really close to downtown, as you can look around and see, the campsites are really rustic. They got plenty of pull-through sites with water and electric, and they've got a lot of electric-only sites. They've got tent sites, but even though it is so close to downtown, once you get in here, you can see that, you know, it's a rustic campground and you actually feel like you're camping even though you really are close to a lot of the Dells amenities. So that's what I really like about it. Let's take a look at that walk to downtown. At the campground itself, they've got multiple shower and bathroom areas. So when you start here at the front of the campground, you'll see here's kind of the splash pad and the pool. And here's the main camp store where you can buy firewood. There are showers there. But near the rear of the campground, it actually is a really large spot. You've got this building here, which again has more showers, and all the showers are kind of private. You lock the door behind you, you get the room all to yourself. They keep them very clean, and there are bathrooms up there as well. But from this area in the back of the campground, there's a little exit out with a little sign here that says Robin's Walk to Downtown. I want to point out that the campground is next to this large set of buildings. It's Holiday Wholesale, and I can assure you when you are actually in the campground, you are not disturbed by this operation. And when you're at the ground level, instead of looking from the overhead like we are right now, you don't really notice the buildings. They kind of blend in. There are a lot of trees, so do not let this scare you from saying it's Sherwood Forest. It really is a rustic campground. And because it is so close to downtown, you can walk right out through here, and here's what you'll find along the way. So here's a campground at the top left of the screen, and here's that building we're just looking at. So you take Robin's Walk to downtown, you come out here, and now you're in the parking lot of Pirates Cove Adventure Golf. So this is like a huge mini golf course right here. That is super fun. There's another mini golf course over here called Timber Falls. There's a restaurant here called Jose's. It's a Mexican restaurant, great ambiance. We've been there a couple times. One time the food and the service was great. The next time the food and the service wasn't as great, but I will continue to go. The prices are reasonable, the drinks are good, the food is good, and it's kind of hit or miss, I think, on the service, and maybe it was just the time of the year that we were there. But from Going back to the map here. So we're walking out of Sherwood Forest, coming through, and you can cut through this parking lot here. Like I said, you get the restaurant, you got the Pirates Cove Adventure Golf, and then all you're going to do is get back out to the main road, 23. It's actually Broadway through downtown. There is a sidewalk across the bridge, and before you know it, you're going to be in the heart of downtown Wisconsin Dells. And when I actually did the video that Jeannie contacted me about, I started right at this area, and can drop a little Google man right here. So this is where that video, which I'll link at the end of this video, but this is where that video started, right here, and it just kind of goes up and down the street. And this is the beginning of downtown Wisconsin Dells, and you take a look behind, this is where the bridge is. And so downtown is a lot of fun. They got restaurants, shops, they've got attractions, and you can drive. Plenty of parking down here, but if you're staying at Sherwood Forest, it's about a 10-minute walk. So now let's take a look at where Sherwood Forest kind of fits into the rest of the Wisconsin Dells. So I'm going to zoom out, look at the regular map right here. So certainly if you've been looking into Wisconsin Dells, or you've been there, you're familiar with where the mega resorts are. You've heard of Kalahari and the Wilderness and Great Wolf Lodge. Those places are all at the south end, kind of, I think, the exit 92 from Highway 90-94. They're all down here. And Sherwood Forest is at the very north end. Exit 87 brings you down to Broadway into downtown. The distance between these two areas, it looks further on this map, it's only about 3 or 4 miles. Plenty of stuff along the way. You can see Lake Delton here. So let's just take a quick look at what some of those things are and what is in the vicinity as we get back closer to Sherwood Forest. So here's downtown that we looked at. Crossing the bridge, this is where you'll find, you got Bella Goose Coffee here. You've got Walgreens that has everything you'll need right there. On the top part of the screen, this is where Sherwood Forest is. And this Highway 12 is, kind of the main drag, the main strip through downtown Wisconsin Dells Parkway, it's called. And along the way, you'll have Timbavati Wildlife Park. You've got the Deer Park. Top Secret right here. You'll get to the split off with County Road A, and County Road A is going to take you up to Lake Delton, and this kind of looks far on this map, but this stuff is all super close. If you're in a car, it's 2 or 3 minutes to get to any of these places. You've heard of Mount Olympus. Their main water park area is right along the parkway, and it covers this whole area right here. A lot of their individual hotel properties are up and down Wisconsin Dells Parkway as well. As we are continuing to move south, here's kind of a better look at Lake Delton. When we stay in Wisconsin Dells and we're not at the campground, we often stay at one of the kind of the mom and pop family owned resorts along the outside of Lake Delton. There are a number of them, and also Wilderness and some of the other mega resorts have properties on the lake as well. But here's Lake Delton, really close to downtown. There's Bonanza Campground, which I have a tour of that I haven't posted yet. Del Bar Restaurant, highly recommended. And then you get to the south end of the Dells, and here is where the Wilderness, this is Wilderness Resort, and moving a little further south, is Kalahari, right here, Great Wolf Lodge. There's a movie theater right by Kalahari. There is Sorrento's restaurant right in this area, Fields Restaurant. So it's really not a huge area altogether. And that's kind of a look at the big picture of Wisconsin Dells and where everything fits in. So again, starting at Sherwood Forest at the north end, 10-minute walk into downtown, and if you get on the parkway, this is the main part of the strip where you're going to see a lot of the resorts, Noah's Ark, restaurants, Mount Olympus, and then at the south end, here's where you're going to find the mega resorts like Kalahari and Wilderness. Hope that this video was interesting, I'm now going to post a link to that downtown walking tour. And if you do have any questions, or if you'd like to see more videos about any places in Wisconsin Dells, I do have a lot of video footage that is yet to be uploaded. Tours around the lake, tours up and down the parkway, tours of restaurants, other campgrounds in the Wisconsin Dells. Please subscribe and you'll see those in the future. And if, like Jeannie, you have a question about the Wisconsin Dells I might be able to answer, go ahead and put it in the comments, and hopefully I will be able to answer that in an upcoming video, or post a special one like this one that we just watched. Thanks again for watching, and I hope to see you on the next video. Take care. Bye.